Okay, I'm inside my trailer. That's the back door back there. You might be able to see a little bit of light coming through there from the lantern outside. My trailer's a mess because I haven't done any housekeeping lately, and I'm sleeping on this side over here. Anyway, I hung the lantern outside to provide some light and so forth. I'm going to switch around to where I can see myself. Okay. Basically, I hung the lantern in the tree with a rope over a limb and coming down the other side, and it's about 8 foot up, maybe 10 foot up, about 10 feet up. I'll take pictures of it tomorrow morning, but while I was asleep, something came and turned my light off, turned the lantern off, and I don't know how they did it because it was too high up for a person, but when I woke up, it was dark outside, so I got my flashlight and went outside, and everything was hanging just like it was before, so I undid it and let the lantern down and shook the propane tank, and sure enough, it had propane, so I relit the lantern and hung it back up in the tree, and now it's running. I've got all the lights off here, and specifically so that possibly the whatever came and turned my light off will come back and do it again. It'll be interesting to check for footprints in the morning, but that kind of seems funny that, well, maybe it's a person playing a joke or something like that, but I'm the only one here in the campground. It's a big campground, but there's nobody here, and there's been nobody driving down the road. So, does Bigfoot know how to turn off a propane lantern? You got me, don't know. But somebody came along and turned it off while I was sleeping. So I'm like I said, I've got my lights off inside the trailer right now in hopes that something will come back. So I'm just laying here watching and listening, and I'll report back if I get anything. Okay, I got it turned on. A little bit more about the incident tonight. I did go out there and look around. I did leave some leftover food on the picnic table, and I forgot to look to see if it was gone or if it was still there. I'll have to check that in the morning, but anyway, what kind of seems a little bit strange is the fact that the light was turned out. It wasn't running propane when I pulled it down, which means the valve was shut off. In the morning I'll take a shot of that and show it to you. But that means that if it was a human, they would have had to go up and untie it, let it down, turn it off, and then pull it back up and tie it back off using my knots to secure the lantern again at the same height. So that's not likely. A typical person would use their own knots, but we'll investigate this a little further in the morning. I do have cameras out there, motion sensing cameras. We'll see if we get anything besides me out there trying to light the lantern back up. So, more in the morning. The light just went out. The whistling has moved in closer. The duration of the whistle is now about twice as long between breaths. But yeah, it's totally dark now. The only reason why you're seeing anything is because I'm using infrared. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping they come into the camp and start wandering around in front of my cameras, my motion sensing cameras that are out there. Now these are brand new cameras. These cameras don't put out any kind of IR detection until there's movement. And I don't know how it detects the movement without IR, but these cameras cost me a couple of bucks, you know. So we'll see what happens. And for those of you that are saying, hey, get out there and look for them, won't do any good. They'll just go away. Let my cameras do the work. Come daytime, we'll get up and take a look for footprints and for evidence and stuff like that. But yeah, the light did go back out. Okay, I wanted to show you the campground area that I'm in. It's a pretty big campground, and of course I can see everywhere around me. And my trailer's right there, sitting right there. So that kind of gives you a 360-degree view of what the area looks like. Here's the setup last night. Okay, I tied the rope off right there. And of course I've got my lantern up right there. And the lantern had propane and the valve was turned off. The ground was hard packed. There were no tracks.